if you're gonna plan to stream later after seeing a movie, maybe remember that the road you have to take to get home always gets super fucked up at night. Yeah. So, anyway. What's up, guys? It is much later. About half an hour later than I originally anticipated. But yeah, welcome back to the weekly reaction of UnOrdinary, brought to you by FastPass. Miriam, welcome. Panzer, Young, Collins, Dwan, Shadowflame, and Mercier? Hope I pronounced that right. Welcome back, guys, to the weekly reaction to UnOrdinary, brought to you by FastPass. Not really. We got all the legal bullshit out of the way. Last week, it's spacing on me, big time. I'm gonna open up so I can get a quick refresh. I'm pretty sure last week is where, oh, that's right. Okay. So last week, what was the main... Last week, the main focus was really, Remy and Arlo. There was the conflict at the safe house. And, Remy had to intervene. And we found out it was supposed to be Arlo who was watching it. But after talking to his aunt, Vulcan, he's kind of like, fuck it. And we saw that at the beginning as well. Welcome, Brian. Welcome. And, yeah, Remy had to handle a situation at the safe house. Basically just like, hey, calm the fuck down. Both of you. No fighting outside the safe house either. They were like, okay. Anyway, Terrence saw that. And after the Remy and Arlo bullshit, we got info on Terrence, that sneaky motherfucker. So we got him sending information to whoever his boss is on each of the high rankers of the school. The top 10 up to number 9. It stopped at Zeke and Uru, you cock tease. God damn you. Anyway, like I said last week, it was very interesting to see that Terrence doesn't know that students' ability levels and abilities in general aren't known to the students. That's not public knowledge. You can't just look up your school records and be like, this is John's ability, aura manipulation. Terrence called it aura related. Arlo was reflecting barrier. Remy was electricity control, and etc. Anyway, so yeah, that was very crazy to see. And then, big thing. Now, before we get too into it, shout outs to Diego Godoy, because in last week's video, he pointed some things out. He pointed some big things out, and it was crazy. I didn't even think about this back then. But anyway, so at last week's episode, Terrence got, at the very end, Terrence got a phone call from a person whose text color matches Layla's. The little text box, the color matches Layla's, that same light shade of purple. And he was told, new priority, keep a close eye on Target 99. Now, a lot of people were saying this. A lot of people were saying that they believe Target 99 was Serafina. Now, Diego, however, pointed out in the comments of last week's video that in episodes 12, 68, and 72, we have confirmation that Target 99 is Serafina. So let's take a quick look at that. Okay, so bada bing, bada boom. Little map right here, New Boston and all that shit. And target 0, coordinate blah blah blah, target 4 blah blah blah. Sir, Target 93 has been... Did I say Target 99? I meant Target 93. My bad, guys. I was saying Target 99, wasn't I? Sir, Target 93 has been idle at coordinate 4277.2 for 6 hours and 45 minutes. Should I record the target's location? Yeah. Mark it. Welcome, Tommy. Welcome, Aiden. Welcome, Nikita. Sorry I didn't say to you guys sooner. So right there. Mark it. And then, of course, we had Seraphina's teddy bear and all that jazz. Boom. Now, that's early UnOrdinary stuff, and I was surprised. And I'm not surprised. Way to go, Aiden. I'm not surprised that I forgot about that little snippet. But chapter 68. Let's go to chapter 68, shall we? Let's check that. Let's check that, why don't we? So, here we are. Episode 68. Where it all went down. We have Seraphina walking. That sneaky bitch following her. Boom, 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 boom. Walking, more walking. Excuse me. Okay, we're skipping this. And boom, where is it? It's somewhere. Right there, okay. Target 93. So, boom, that's that right there. And then the last chapter is chapter 72. People rolling up to John's apartment. Target 93. Right at the window where they got Sarah from. So, boom. Guys. Target 93. It's Seraphina. And real quick, also big shout out to Uru. Welcome, Animation. Welcome, Tommy. Big shout out to Uru for planting that seed so long ago and bringing it back here. So yeah. Is Layla finally gonna help Sarah? Oh, no, okay. So if it is Layla who contacted Terrence, then Zeta Psi is probably the good guys, and Terrence is, for whatever reason, a recruit for them. Who knows? Uru's probably not going to tell us in this chapter. I do not know what this chapter's about, guys. I just got back from watching a movie. It's fantastic. And, yeah. So, let's go ahead, jump right in. We don't believe in thumbnails. No spoilers. None whatsoever. Let's get this started. Okay. Wellston Boys Dormitories. Okay. And we're in Ison's room. And Blake's just like, "God damn it! We tried so hard to make an X-ray known and nothing. But when I purposely try to stay low, I end up getting caught?" This is like a few days after. This is weird time. This is really weird timing. Like, super weird. This is like a few days later, I think. Anyway, just my luck. Well, the news seems to think that seem to hate vigilantes, and they got footage of you looking like a loser. That was Ison. Gives a perfect excuse to denounce vigilantism even further. Congratulations on embarrassing your peers. Okay, but half the shit they said wasn't even true. Sure, I had trouble at first, but after Ponytail came in, we took Lennon and his sniper down without any problems. How can they mess up the story so badly, and then broadcast all my identifying characteristics correctly? And Ramesh is like, That does look kind of shady. It's like it's like they're out to get you. Yeah, kinda. And then Remy's thinking, if the authorities and Ember really are working with each other, what's stopping them from influencing the media? influencing the media as well. Oh, right. I just remembered. Okay, he's about to bust out the drugs, and hopefully they're going to be like, hey, let's get rid of this, okay? And Eisen's just like, And so he gets up, pulls it out. I managed to get my hands on these during my last outing. What? They're ability amplifiers. UnOrdinary episode 206. And Eisen's looking at it. So this little thing can boost my level by half? For a couple hours. That's what Ponytail told me. Dang! If I took it right now, I'd be stronger than Arlo! And the Remy's just like, wait! Actually, what if one of us makes these, maybe we can beat John? Takes these. You think John could amp the amp? I'm really curious now. God damn it! Why, Eisen? Why? Why are you so stupid? Okay. I said this before. Uru, please, take notes. Little critique here. John better be able to amp the amp. Because if his ability can already be affected by artificial means, and he has to copy the artificially made ability when he knows the ability is stronger already, it should very much make sense for him to be able to copy an amplified level already. Unless, of course, it's too high of a level for him to copy, I'll accept that. But if you're gonna tell me, no, John can't copy an artificially enhanced ability, then what happened at the apartment should not have happened, because his ability was still affected artificially, and he still copied an artificially modded ability. He had to copy a weaker version of Arlo's barrier. So John should definitely be able to copy an enhanced ability. An artificially enhanced ability. And actually, hold up. I don't want to do that math. I wouldn't even know where to begin. I was going to say, though, John still only gets the second or the highest stat for an ability when he copies it. And so I was going to say, depending on Ice Blake's stat, what it would become when he enhances his ability, John should still, I believe, strength or power is Blake's highest stat. So I think John copying Blake's enhanced attack stat would give him an even better advantage than Blake already has. Actually, no, I think I'm mixing it up, because I'm pretty sure John still mimics the other stats as well. I'm forgetting right now, and I don't feel like looking it up on the wiki, but I'm pretty sure he copies the ability base already. He does still enhance the second or the highest stat, unless it's Trick, which he copies the second highest stat. Anyway, that's my rant right there. Eisen is a fucking dumbass. Remy, please fucking talk Blake out of this. I don't want my boy addicted to drugs. I'm really curious now. And Blake's just like, huh? Oh, come on, Eisen. Don't joke around like that. And Blake's just like, ... beat John. That's not funny. And like, huh? These have serious side effects. And he swipes it away. We shouldn't be playing around with them. He's shaking. He is sweating and shaking. They're way too dangerous. He's thinking about it now. Okay, I still have not finished this chapter. I know. I keep stopping. But I'm calling this. If he's gonna do it, if Blake is gonna become a drug addict, he is gonna ration this shit out. He has 2, and he said he's gonna stop. He probably won't stop. He probably won't. He's probably gonna shoot up whatever the heroin addicts call it. He's probably gonna shoot up. He's gonna take on some more fucking low town bitches. He's probably gonna try and find more. Or he's gonna try and ration this out so he can beat John. I'm just saying, he shouldn't be able to beat John with an amplifier. Like, Ice just dot. Jeez, lighten up. Why are you getting so defensive? And Blake's just like, dot. Okay, we're done there. And we're at school now. Bell rings. And it's John walking around and Zeke is following. John, bro, you know I'm your biggest stan. But, bro, why? You need to ditch Zeke. And someone just shouting, ugh, those assholes came after me again. And John looks tired. He looks tired. Or maybe it's just the shading under his eyes, but it looks like he's got some pretty big bags under his eyes. And Zeke's in the background smirking. I'm so sick of getting beat up all the time. Fuck. Hey, have you considered giving the safe house a try? And it's just 2 kids. One of them's like a dirty blonde, like little wavy hair, kind of spiky. The other one has shaggy anime hair. Not shaggy. He has hair to match like he's got like short but like ruffled hair. I went there yesterday, and I kind of like it, to be honest. Some of the members make me nervous, but everyone just does their own thing. Didn't John put a bounty on all of its members, though? Yeah, but not like he's got time to track all us down. So what the dirty blonde is beat up a little bit. Zeke already tried causing problems on opening day, but he got kicked out of it. So I don't think there's anything to worry about. And they turn the corner. And John and Zeke are right there. Plus, I don't think John cares that much. Wouldn't be surprised if he was bluffing. And John just like... And in the background, one of the gray characters looks like Remy. Looks like Remy with Terrence. And Zeke's just like... He's got his arms crossed. And John's just like... And Blondie's just like... Shit, did he hear us? I don't know. Just keep walking. And they're sweating. Zeke going somewhere? Huh? And Zeke grabs him, shoves him into the wall. Ugh! And the other kid's just like, ugh. Still think he's bluffing? Shit, I gotta get out of here. And he starts running away. And Zeke's just like, And he stares the other kids down. And shift. Ugh. You really think you can outrun me? And grabs the other kid by the collars. Ah! Nope! And tosses him to the side. And he crashes into the other kid, and they're both on the floor now. Have a look, everyone. This is what happens when you join the forces with the Safe House and wage war against our king. So you all better steer clear, got it? You're wrong! You don't know anything! Nobody's waging any wars. I joined the Safe House because I wanted some peace. And I'm sick of getting picked on. And John's just like, I'm sick of being scared all the time. This is the only decent thing that's happened since you guys took over. Gah! And Zeke punches him straight in the nose. Oh, I knew the Safe House was up to something. They've got members talking behind our backs, talking back to us now. John, you can't keep falling for this bullshit, John. I don't care. John, I don't care if you think that the Safe House is behind your back. I can understand that. I can understand you thinking the Safe House is behind your back, but you literally can't keep believing Zeke. and he just like flops over, and Blanc's just like looking up, and it's Remy running along, and Blake's just like, wait, is that Remy? That's not Remy. That hair's way too pink to be Remy. Wait a minute. No, Aurelia. The girl I think might be Aurelia had pink hair. Okay, there's a girl with much pinker hair than Remy running along. She bumps into Blake. Just, I'm so sorry. It's fine. What's the rush? John, Zeke, and some safe house kids got into a dispute. I just wanted to get as far away as I could. They're targeting our members. Where are they now? This girl looks a bit like Maylee with her hair down. Outside in the eastern courtyard. Not sure if they're still there. All right, thanks. No problem. And Blake just runs along. Please, just let me go. I'm not even part of the safe house, and I'm never ever gonna join it. Oh? Then why did you try to run away a little earlier? I... And Blake points a beam. And George's like, And Zeke's just like, no. And Blake's just standing. Okay. So he shoots the beam, and like you can only see like part of John's face, like just like part of it, like this part right here. You can see his nose too. You can't see his eyes, but one of the gray characters, their head is sticking out, and it's just like a perfect circle. For a second, I thought John had widened his eyes, like cartoonishly, when he saw Blake. Hey, what the hell are you doing? Oh, look who's here to save his little club member. Get away from them. I'm warning you. And John just ... Or what? John, come on. Leave that kid alone. And Zeke's even scared. He's just like, And Blake's just like, And John's like towering over this kid. He's got his ability activated. Wait, does he? Yeah, his eye's glowing. And so he lifts his leg, kicks the kid straight in the chest. Ugh! Stop it! And Blake just... And the kid just hunches over. What the fuck are you gonna do about it? UnOrdinary episode 206. End. Yep. I don't think it's going to be around 3. Pretty sure Blake's not that cocky. He's got a few new moves, but he's still only a level 5. That's it. He just became high tier. You ain't no god tier yet, Blake. You need to calm the fuck down, buddy. But yeah. And Solo Hunter 6. 3 hours ago. Here we go, boys. The Wellston Civil War. This is not the Civil War that I wanted. This bullshit Civil War. But, yeah. Looks like... Sorry. Looks like things are getting too spicy for the pepper. But yeah, guys, that is the chapter. So Phoenix, I don't think that Blake is going to take it for this fight. I think he may get punched or something again. I don't think next week is going to be John versus Blake round 3. I don't think that's going to happen. Not just yet. It might. Wait. John versus Blake happened in the 130s, I think, and then of course there was the fight with the Royals. So it's been about 50 chapters since John and Blake fought last. I don't know. I still don't think it's going to be a full-fledged fight next week. I think John might hit Blake, or Blake might try and do something, and John just might show him up. But I don't think Blake has the amplifier with him right now. And plus, I don't think Uru would do that just yet. I mean, John did technically just become king. And so I think, like, having him lose to Blake, which shouldn't happen at all. I think losing to Blake or getting to another fight, or even, like, struggling with Blake, I think it's way too early to happen right now. But who knows? Blake going to become an addict. He is. He's going to become an addict. I guess. I don't know. He's taking them. Like, Remy had the chance to be like, hey, like, we need to... Like, Remy had the chance to be like, hey, we need to figure out who to give these to. Like, we need to not get involved with this. We need to make sure we don't take this. But that didn't happen. Blake's going to become a drug addict. Hella. Like, seriously. Nah, I wouldn't say this is the Civil War we deserve. We don't deserve Zeke being an important character. We don't. We deserve to know more about Holden and Number 9 and Cecile's ability. That's what we deserve. No, I'm kidding. Uro, you're doing great. You're doing great. If John copies Blake's ability, he could release an energy pulse just like Blake, but instead of energy, it disables abilities because he blocks their aura channels. Don't think that would necessarily work. Damn, that's crazy. That's something fresh out of, like, possibilities, I think, especially with Blake's ability. Plus, we've never seen an ability that blocks abilities, though I do think it's very possible that a certain character may have that. However, what was I going to say? Oh, I do want to say, I think, I probably said this before when we started learning more about Blake's ability, but I do think it's clever that he learned or made up a trick on his own without it being something that John did previously. At least I don't think John did it with his ability, because maybe I'll need to reread the Blake fights again. But the only thing John did necessarily enhanced with Blake's ability was the 10 beams, 5 on each hand. And so I think it is interesting that John didn't think of that, like, hey, I'm fucking better than Blake. I can expend energy from all over my body. Fuck him. So I do think, though, if he sees Blake do it, he'll be like, oh, why didn't I think of that? Thanks, dumbass. And be like, boom. I do think John will use the pulse at some point after seeing Blake use it. Maybe. That's a possibility too, Little Cove. That is true. City is the top moment your? Remy could also interfere. I think Blake was against it just because I think Blake showed he was against it, Yeet. I don't think he's actually against it because he was hella thinking about that shit. Maybe he gets beat up again, then says, fuck it, come back with the drug. I think that's a very high possibility animation. Like I said, I think if he's really done with being a vigilante, I think he's going to try and ration out the drug. Be like, okay, I'll train with it. I'll use a little bit, train with it, see what I can do. And then when he wants to fight John, he'll take all of the second one or whatever. John gets long power upgrade. Nah. I don't need John to have hair control or whatever that bitch's ability was from the Waldo arc. John has looked tired ever since John and Sarah fought. That is true. That is true. I wouldn't say Sarah failed John. I mean, she wasn't necessarily looking at his side at the beginning, but now after learning about what Keon did, she is starting to think more like, I think I can see why John is so messed up. We don't have a 100% certain ability name for Cecile's ability yet, Aldoon. That's what I thought too at first. Damn, that's crazy, because I saw her, we've seen her use the ropes clearly, and then of course she used the daggers against Arlo. And so I thought, yo, is Cecile like a Green Lantern? Can she make constructs? That's fucking dope. But according to Terrence's notes, it's like Vine Conjure / manipulation. Blyke be pulling a bit. Oh, yo, if Uru made Blyke Bane for a bit, I wouldn't be opposed to that. Maybe I should draw that. Maybe I should draw Blyke as Bane. Do you guys think I should draw Blyke as Bane? That's question of the day, guys. Should I do some fan art of Blyke as Bane from Batman, from the Batman comics? I wouldn't like roid him out like Bane. So Sin Loving Duchess, if you're a fan of DC Comics or if you've seen the Dark Knight trilogy, Bane is who Batman fights in The Dark Knight Rises. But if you're a connoisseur of the comics, or if you're a big fan of the comics, the Dark Knight trilogy didn't necessarily do Bane right. I mean, it was fine, but I don't necessarily think it was Bane, especially now that I've kind of delved more into comics. So Bane's whole thing, let me pull up a picture of Bane. No, not Tom Hardy Bane. That's one thing I don't like when something becomes really popular, is that you want the original, but instead it pulls up something else that's new. So here we go. So this is Bane right here. So his whole thing is like, he's supposed to be he's either Mexican or some type of Latin American. His whole thing is that I believe, I'm not an expert on DC Comics. I don't have a basic knowledge, but I have a pretty decent knowledge of the characters and who they are. And I believe Bane may have been a wrestler, which is where the mask comes from. But he did start becoming... No, he wasn't. That's right. So, that's not even the point. Bane was a child. He was supposed to... he was born as a baby in prison. He was supposed to serve out the sentence of his father because his father died, all that bullshit. Fucked up comic, sad backstory bullshit. Anyway, so Bane becomes this, like, criminal guy. And he's pretty bulky already. He's got some muscle to him. He's known as the one for breaking Batman's spine. And he has a drug called Venom, which these tubes right here, all this green shit, that's Venom. He takes it and it makes him even stronger, even crazy powerful. More crazy powerful. So yeah, I wouldn't roid Blyke out as Bane, but I would definitely, like, get the tubes and everything trying to work. Like, I think that would be dope. The tubes would have to be in his... They'd have to be in his arm, though. Because we've seen that it's through injection, like drugs. Like actual drugs. Anyway. So, yeah. No, Remy and joining would make things worse. Still hoping Remy... I don't hope Remy dies. I hope Elaine and Zeke die. That's what I hope. If John takes the drug, how will it affect him? That's a good question. I don't know how it would affect him. Like, considering how unique John's ability already is, I don't know. Yeah, animation, that makes sense with like with Lennon's and Kuyo's ability. That would make sense. Because Kuyo was summoning like all kinds of blades and everything. I still love John as a character. Not all main characters are good guys. For example, Light Yagami from Death Note. Let me talk about that real quick, actually. Alpha. So, Uru retweeted something earlier last week, basically saying like how John got voted as best villain for some type of award. And like, again, I feel like people don't understand John. And that bothers me a little bit. Because, like, yeah, John's still, like, he's messed up right now. But he's still the protagonist. He's still the main character of the story. Now, is Seraphina most likely the do-tagonist? Or is Seraphina most likely the do-tagonist of Season 2? Maybe. It's kind of hard to tell right now because I feel like everyone's getting a decent amount of screen time. I feel like everyone's getting a relatively equal amount of screen time. But John's still the main character, you guys. He's still the protagonist of the story. He's not the hero. He's the protagonist. And the journey we see, the journey as mentioned in the hero's journey, which I need to read up on, but there is a big factor in the main character storyline called the Descent into Darkness, where they reject their responsibility or some other bullcrap like that. They lose faith, much like John has right now. And yeah, John has done a lot of terrible things lately. Well, not a lot of terrible. John hasn't been the best person lately. But let's not forget where we started with John, chapter 1 and prologue. And let's just remember everything we've learned about John since. Treated like crap his whole life, realizing he had the power, that power corrupting him, realizing through horrible means he was a bad person. He doesn't want the power. John didn't want the power. His dad wrote a book, son, you can do great things. You can be a hero. But John knows, I shouldn't be the hero. I'm not responsible enough. I'm not strong enough. I shouldn't be the hero. But I should try to be a better person. And he tried. Tried very hard. For about a year at Wellston, getting his teeth kicked in every day. Even getting knocked unconscious by Seraphina didn't dampen that mood. Cause he was still determined, like, I just got the shit kicked out of me by the Ace of Wellston. I don't care. The Ace of Wellston just knocked me unconscious. What's the worst that's going to happen from here? Seraphina threatened him. If you don't do as I say, I will make your life a living hell. I'm a cripple in a school full of high tiers. In a school full of high rankers. What could you possibly do to make my life even worse? He was able to make a friend as a cripple without that power. He had the experience, yes, but he was still able to do it without violence. Arlo happened. Arlo tortured John for months. Arlo tortured John for a month. He broke John. John tried to stay out of the light. He didn't want Seraphina. He didn't want the one person who wasn't looking down on him to think of him as a monster. And guys, if you can honestly tell me that there are not... Guys, now, I've never done anything illegal. I haven't. That's a lie. I've stolen from stores as a kid. I've broken the law, like, minorly. I stole candy bars as a kid. I've never done anything illegal, guys. I've never broken the law to an extreme. But there are things I don't want you guys to know about me, about the things I would do as a kid, they're things that I don't want to tell my friends that I did, the mistakes I made. Now, if you can honestly say there are things that you're not willing to tell, if you can honestly say there is nothing you have to hide from your best friend, nothing in your past that you want to keep secret, that you don't want to resurrect because you don't want to remember that person, what you did, you're a liar. Maybe you're not a liar, because maybe you haven't done something. But let's look at John. He sent people to the hospital. He relived that torture for 3 months. And he came out the other side a broken man. He realized his mistake, but he doesn't want to repeat that mistake. He didn't want to. He's repeating it now, yes, because he's so weakened already. John's not an antagonist. He's not a villain. He's a hero. No, he's the protagonist who's in their deepest, darkest depth right now. And I think a lot of people tend to forget that about John. I think people like to look at what he's done right now, what he's doing right now, and I know it's terrible. What he's doing to Wellston isn't right. It's not. But he didn't want to be here in the first place. He didn't. He didn't want this position. He didn't want to hurt people. He wanted to help people. People didn't care, though. And they broke him. Arlo tortured him for a month. And even when it was bad enough, Arlo made it worse. Arlo told John to act like a high tier, but wasn't doing it himself. Arlo should have been kissing John's feet. According to Arlo's hierarchy, he should have been kissing John's feet and listening and being the dog that Ventus and Melee are for Arlo. He should have been that to John. If he wanted to superficially keep his title as king, fine. But you knew who was really the rightful heir. You knew who didn't want to be the heir, Arlo. That's my rant. Sorry about that. Yeah. Whether he win or lose, I'm glad he's standing up to John. Yes, that's true, JD. I like that Blake is sticking to his guns. I like that Blake is standing up for what he believes in. Ison would just be like, ah! But Blake knows he's weaker. He's starting to second guess himself more and more lately. He's got the drugs. He's going to take the drugs. But Blake's still standing up for himself without those drugs. And that's why Blake honestly might be my second favorite character in UnOrdinary. He might be right now. I bet on John completely owning Blake, and Remy, Arlo, or Seraphina stops him. Probably. Maybe. Like I said, though, I don't think it's gonna be a full-on fight next week. We did read the chapter already. Ahis, sorry. I haven't seen Code Geass, but I've heard good things about it. Duan, I can try to draw. It probably won't look good, if I'm being honest. I need to work on my drawing. Remy would get her ass beat by John. Maybe Arlo can talk no jutsu him to calm down. I think best would be Sarah. I mean, I don't think calm down is necessarily the right word, but I think Arlo would be like, hey, stop. And John would be like, if you talk to me like that again, I'll beat the shit out. I'm gonna smack the shit out of you, Arlo. I think that's how it would likely go. But I think Arlo, if he did talk no jutsu, would get John to stop. I wonder if John would be willing to harm Seraphina since he sees her as a cripple. We still haven't seen John hit Sarah yet. We got very close. But even when they were arguing, when he saw her as Claire, who he beat the absolute shit of till she was unconscious, he just grabbed Seraphina. And that's bad enough already. He shouldn't have done that. But he still didn't hit Sarah. So I don't think John would hit Sarah still. But like... Okay, animation, hold up. But Blake wasn't born in it. Molded by it. Venom drug. I don't think John would harm Seraphina. Agreed. Maybe you choose. I don't think John would go as far as to harm Seraphina. She hasn't done anything to him. If John took the drug, he could hold like 6 abilities, and then Flyer might go, that, yeah, maybe it increase his ability coverage, or his ability gap, or cap, and also the enhancement of it. Takes a drug to boost himself. But with John's PTSD, I don't know what he would do to Sarah. That's a good possibility. Damn, that's crazy. Bane was born in prison. Yeah. I'm also hungry too, Sin. The only thing I've eaten today was ice cream and popcorn at the movie. What if John has a limiter on his abilities with his repressed memory? Maybe he has a darker personality that deals with his trauma. I mean, that's kind of what we're seeing already, Jay Monta. He got me more abilities. Ooh, what if John took the enhancer and becomes for all stats? I don't think so. Maybe like increases 2 more stats or something by a little bit, but I don't think it would be like all stats. He just lost both mentally and emotionally. I believe Sarah's ability is not gone, but her aura channels are blocked when injected with her next. It might be the key to breathe. Honestly, like, damn, that's crazy. I thought for Sarah, her ability's not gone. No way her ability's gone. But that's what I thought too. I thought it was a mental block for Seraphina for the longest time because and I thought seeing John, or I thought even fighting against John would like be this like snap her back out of it, and she like activates her ability and stops John. I thought it might be a mental thing, and like seeing John fight may have been the key to like getting it back. I thought that was gonna happen. It's not what's gonna happen though. But also Sarah has so many things on her side right now for getting her ability back. She's got she's got Layla, she's got Doc, and she has Claire now. And then too, Arlo is a douchebag. Honestly, Arlo's a douche, but I can't be mad at him for what he's said recently. Because he doesn't know his aunt killed Ray. He doesn't know that. And also, what he told Remy, as mean as it was, is true. The world doesn't revolve around her and Ray. So I can't be mad at Arlo for doing that. I don't think that Seraphina looks at John like he's a monster, but she sees him as lost, maybe. No, that's fair. I'm pretty sure she did say that when she was talking to Ison, too. Arlo fucked up his lifestyle. He did. John needs help. Wait a nose. He needs to get UnOrdinary back. He needs to get a copy of that book again. Sarah needs to call William and be like, William, I need your help. I need a copy of UnOrdinary. Change scheme. I think everything was still the same. Safe house, bro. If John didn't rage out, then Remy would not have had a reason to want to change. That's true. I just thought about something. What if John can change his aura to copy someone and copy their ability? If he gets more powerful eventually. I feel like at this point we would have seen that by now. And the only out of body manipulation type abilities we've seen so far is, well, wait. No, because Remy is only able to... Wait. What is Remy's ability called manipulation, or is it just electricity? And actually, guys, hold up. I have to go to the bathroom really bad. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Are we still live? Good. Okay. Yeah, okay. So I don't know why I put my headphones on. But yeah, what was I saying? Okay, so the only, like, as far as manipulation ability goes, or manipulation type abilities go, I'm going to include two that aren't named manipulation, but we have aura manipulation, which we know that John can manipulate his aura to match another ability type. Energy discharge, Blythe can utilize the energy in his body in different ways, mainly for projectiles. Electricity, which Remy and Ray, so far, they've been able to generate electricity from their body. The only manipulation type of ability we've seen that can affect other people and manipulate their bodies is Seraphina's time manipulation, in which she's able to stop another person or slow them down. We haven't necessarily seen, though, if Sarah can heal other people, though. So, I don't think John manipulating another's aura is a possibility. Could be, though. Even he didn't want to be king as he was Joker. John didn't create it. It was the royals who did it after losing power and effectively undermining his power. John needs to ditch Zeke because he's not... Yes, John needs to... John should have murdered Zeke. I know I said I don't want John ever killing someone, but Zeke's an exception. Yeah, sorry, Kadeja, we did read it already. Or what if John takes the amp and he can take people's abilities away? Maybe. I agree, which is... He can't take abilities, he might be able to disable them. What level is Kuyo? We know that Kuyo is at least a high tier. And he's stronger than Blake, so... He might be stronger than Remy, too, actually. Because Lennon for him was a bit of a challenge, just because Lennon was running away. But he was completely toying with Lennon. I think he's capped by energy to aura conversion, maybe 3 elite plus 1 high tier or 5 elite abilities copied. Has John ever hit Sarah? I feel like she has been hitting him only. That's fair, Jay Monta. Arlo will always be Aslo. So Chicken, I watched Lupin the Third the first, and it was fantastic. I haven't seen Lupin the Third since I was a child, but it was just like I remember, and I loved everything about it. What do you guys think John's ability would be if he was a fool? Unstoppable. To be honest, I have a feeling that John might snap out of it soon. Sarah will play a big role for sure. I know John's getting tired of being depressed. I can feel it. I can just tell. Soul manipulation, aka God. Do you think John's ability was Do you think if John's ability he would be able to... Any... Will? Like, as long as he's experienced it, he could, because he could teach his body to remember any aura. I think... And there's a video I want to make talking about John's ability. But I do think it's very possible for John... I think it's possible already for John to just be like, oh, I remember how that aura felt. Yeah. Let's do it. I don't think John necessarily needs a person to activate their ability. I think we've seen a few of his enhancements already to be able to theorize effectively on what John's ability is truly capable of. Like I said, I don't think he needs, at this point, I don't think he needs to have someone activate their ability in order to use his. He could, because he could teach his mind, probably because he'll have full mastery, then Ember takes it away. No, but I think he might be able to block aura channels. Thanos X John? No. John can release energy pulses when he copies Blake's ability, but instead, it's the ability dampener. Although John mastered his ability, he would be above God tier. I bet John at level 10 could deactivate the abilities of his targets, or maybe even manipulate them so he could like hijack Blake's aura to make him attack Ison. That's body control, Phoenix. It's lightning just like her brother and her mother. Or two people get together, the same ability. Here's another question. Is John limited to only himself, like you guys said, or could he block aura channels? I don't think John can block aura channels. Blake won't use the drug. Because the mom is elite. Both high tiers. Unit abilities. Bonuses. Level 9 could be weakening ability. A little bit. Sorry, Miriam. John will become Avatar at level 10. Ray was king. He was 5.8. Ray was 5.8? Oh yeah, 5.8. I always forget Ray's ability level. I always think it was weaker than I thought. Dope. Blake X Iron Man. Nah. I mean, he has the unibeams. Unibeam! Anyway, it makes no sense that John would believe Zeke. Someone who has beaten him up before. Been blown with him. Clouding his judgment. I know. Yeah, we're finished, Zachary. Sorry. But yeah. I think a lot of crazy things are happening right now. And I'm excited to see what happens next week. And next week should be regular stream time, regular stream place. But yeah. That is going to be it for this week, you guys. Like I said, question of the day in the comments down below. Let me know if you want me to do Blake fan art as Bane from Batman. That's true. Uru did confirm that was his current level at the time of his death. That's not necessarily true, Aiden. I believe it's been said that abilities tend to go up their highest rate in high school. But I don't think it necessarily stops. But yeah. It's going to be it, guys. So let me know down in the comments below if you guys would like to see let me know if you guys want to see some blank. No, that's stupid. Bank? Let me know if you guys want me to draw Blake as Bane from Batman in the comments down below. But yeah. That'll be it. Feel free to follow me on Twitter. Join the Discord down below. Make sure you give UnOrdinary a read. Guys, there are a few projects. There's one project that I'm going to be a part of that I'm very excited for. I'm not sure I can say anything about it yet. I will probably have to talk. But let's just say it's something you guys have been telling me I should do for a long time. It's not anything major, it's just a little project, but I'm excited to be a part of it. I am excited to lead the charge. And yeah. I should probably start linking my Twitch too. Maybe I'll stream some Genshin Impact tomorrow. I don't know if I'll do that on here or on Twitch. Blaine. That's a good one. That's a good one. Cushy poo. Yeah, let me know if you guys want me to draw Blaine. But yeah. If you guys would prefer me to stream on Twitch or on YouTube, feel free to also let me know that for video games. But yeah. Right now in Genshin, I haven't done much of the story since last time. Just been grinding chests and everything. Haven't done any pulls yet except for the one for Noelle. But yeah, guys, I hope you had fun tonight. We've been going for a lot longer than, we're almost at an hour, I think. Yeah, hour 3 minutes. Wow. But yeah, guys, hope you had fun tonight. I had fun talking to all of you. Yeah, Uru, you're doing a great job. But as far as I'm aware, UnOrdinary anime has not been announced yet. But do I want to voice John for the anime? Do I want to be John's official English voice? Hell yeah, I do. I would love to be John. Ow. I do like Black Clover, Aiden. Anyway, rambling. Sorry. See you guys next week. And hope you had fun tonight. And until then, you guys. See you, Space Cowboy. Peace out, everyone. I hope you all had fun. I sure did.